Samuel, Samuel, we're going live now. Just go live a while ago. Hi everybody, welcome to Fish Keeping Jamaica. I know it kind of look a little crappy, the video quality. But it's because I'm indoors, I don't have any lighting, and it depends on how good this stream actually goes, I might plan to do others. Alright, so I'm indoor, Jamaica. This is what the 2nd January uh 2021. It has been a tumultuous year, a year that have actually had me, you know, away sometimes, and probably you could actually see this in my videos, where in which sometimes I felt as if I wanted to just give up. I wanted to just end the whole process of this fish keeping online. I will never ever give up fish keeping, in the sense that I will never close all my tanks and my ponds and forget about it. But as far as YouTube is concerned, there are issues going forward. But I have stuck to the task, and I have ended. Uh, I've ended actually 4 years from 2020, from 2017 until now. I have been on YouTube, and it feels good. As a result of this medium, I've been able to meet awesome persons, and each day as I go along, I realize that I'm meeting more persons over and over and over. And these persons have actually given me the impetus to actually push forward. Now behind me, you probably might not see it as well, but behind me are my aquariums, my stock aquarium. My stock rocks. I have about 6. Little Loco! What's up, brother? Yeah, my first live stream in about 12 months. Right? Yeah. Many blessings, brother. I did a video, Little Loco, where in which I actually shared the token that you sent me through the mail, and I was wondering where you were at. I think more or less that probably you were busy, being at the Christmas and family and all that. Nice to see you, brother. And just like today is my first live stream. If you look at my playlist, going forward, if you look at my playlist, right, you realize that I have some, at least, well, the quality of the video might not be, the quality of the stream might not be all that awesome, like a 4K, probably it's about 710 or something. That's because of the location where I'm at. I don't have enough lighting so as to bring up the camera. Maria, nice to see you, brother. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. All right. So as I was saying, it's like I'm in reflective mode as far as 2020 is concerned. Some of the time you meet some people, and to tell you the truth, you're sorry you ever meet them, because it's as if, because they have this like burden of the world on them, it's as if they want to throw the burden on you, and as a result of that, you too become dull and gloom just like them. But 2020 have been a really awesome year for me. Meeting persons like Little Loco for Fish, right? He, as simple as it might sound, as simple as this gentleman is, and I say gentleman because he is a gentle soul, right? He has actually motivated me, being it that his passion for fish, and his share is just simple, down to earth, and I feel good knowing this gentleman, right? Because he is a humble guy in which I really adore his channel, and he himself, right? Um, yeah, I know, Stephen. A lot of persons might say that it's a really difficult year. Uh, it has been difficult to some extent in my personal life. You all know that I'm a teacher, class teacher by profession, and what have actually affected me is that the computer, the light, is now damaging my eyes. Now, for some videos, I think early in the summer, you saw me wearing like glasses. That's because the laptop, just being online that often, have actually hurt my eyes. And I sat on my glasses, and my glasses have been broken. So I need to go and repair that. Right? It has been really a tumultuous year for real. I haven't been able to reach. Thank you, Sean. I appreciate that. And it is Sean Clark, City Rider, as you actually say, Sean. I'm just getting used to this StreamYard, right? Um, Sean, to tell you the truth, I am humbled by that comment. I'm humbled by that comment. Why? Not much persons really share that that a connection that they have actually made in my channel. I know that there's a connection. I know that I have a group of dedicated individuals who actually watch my videos, watch my shares, right? Of late, I have not been doing any DIY. One of the reasons why I have not been doing any DIY, I think I've been so um distracted by by breeding that the breeding aspect. Hold on, I think the fan is on mic, so you might be hearing a sound. Okay, I don't have AC, I have fan, right? Um, so just my fish. No man, no man. It's not that I forget to play the light, but since my wife and my children have been my kids, my son and my daughter have been saying that, Daddy, why don't you do some live stream? So I said that okay, I'm gonna be trying it because 2017, 18, a part of 19, I was like doing some streams, but I felt that I was in too much stream. And if you watch my videos, just my fish, re streams versus published content. I am one that advocates for published content because after, let's say that I've done an hour worth of stream, right? 1 hour, 2 hour, whatever hour it is, right? Rarely anyone in particular will actually watch a stream that long, right? The time span in which persons take to actually to watch a video on YouTube is an average between 8 and 10 minutes. So I just do my videos within that time frame so that I can actually have the time frame of everybody. They watch, they actually they actually get something. Within all of my shares, regardless of how the share might look, there is something new in which I wish to share with my audience. Right? Having 5 persons on my impromptu live stream is somewhat well, it'll get better. It'll get better. Just my fish. To tell you the truth, I have never ever used StreamYard before, and I've never used StreamYard before. Just my fish. I'm from the old school where they usually you just click on YouTube, go live, and automatically go live. But they stopped that about 2 years ago. So from they start that, I have not been live um on YouTube from then, right? Um, so yeah, six persons watching, right? So with this impromptu video, I know you see my teeth, right? But let's listen to the what we're reasoning about. Like Rounded Rob, my friend. Hey guys, if you have not checked out Rounded Rob, now he's a fish keeper, but he's, as his name suggests, he's Rounded Rob. I mean, he practically does anything that might come out of place in your home, whether it be light, whether it be plumbing, whether it be fixing a furniture, whether it be whatever it is. Rounded Rob is there with his tools and he works it like that. Brilliant TV. All right. Now, Jamaican news, as far as Jamaican news is concerned, as far as a man who is not in Jamaica right now, well, really and truly, I don't know if he's in Jamaica, but he's a Jamaican, but he's more likely overseas, right? Him know the news before even me know it more time. I don't know how him do it, but him know it, right? And it's awesome. God's a host, no, sir. Up to the time, alkaline, they don't know that. Never, never, never skip the line. Ha. All right, dead friend. Nice to see you, brother. I'm trying to do live stream, but I need to get a lighting situation. I need to get a big light at the front where when it shines on me, you can actually see me proper. I am working on that, and it takes some time because um it's been a while, Deadford, from about 2 years now. I have not done a live stream, so you must know that this impromptu live stream is not really me. My live stream is like usually time scheduled at a particular time. But I was just checking to see whether or not persons will actually see the live stream, notice and will actually come by. And before I tried it, and then I was like, persons were actually hearing me, but they were not really seeing me. So I was like looking at my stream yard and I was saying that how this thing work. And I came off and then I came back on. And the topic is being not family. The topic is 2020 in review, right? So the topic for tonight discussion and talk is yes, really on TV. I try to, brother. Trust me, I try to, right? But more than likely because school will open now, really on TV, my stream probably will be like in the Anthony Fish. Big up yourself, Dan. Yeah. Big up. Thank you for support. All right. Um, back to the whole stream and me regular. Um, because I'm back at school now, I usually use like in the evening sessions to do my planning for my next day. So because I might try to stream a little bit, I might end up being in the night. So for those persons who have to go to their bed, I understand. Um, okay, yes, hit that thumbs up, guys, and make that great thumb blue. All right. So 2020 started off good for me. I mean, it started off good for me. Dead friend, look at my playlist. You'll see that I started off with, I think it's a third episode, third series in Fish Tubers Are Creators, right? And the Fish Tubers Are Creators series, what it did, it actually got persons from different genres in fish keeping, different sections of the world. I had persons like Daniel keeping fish. I have persons like Thirsty Rabbit. I have persons like Aquaform. I have persons like Ultimate Fish Keeping Show. I have persons like this person from Canada. I think it's Friday Fish Facts, right? All these persons in total, I had probably about 30 odd, 30 odd individuals actually joined me in 3 episodes of Fish Tubers Are Creators. So I started off with that. Yes, that friend. Trust me. And it was really a cool concept, but it was a tiresome concept because behind the scenes I've been asking persons. Oh yeah, and there's this guy from India, Pratash. I don't remember his name, but it's an Indian guy, right? He did well, and also Fish Laws won, and I started to name out some, and I don't name out, so I don't want nobody to feel as if that I don't really remember them. Rob 93, Briniger, Even King and Queens did two videos for me for those series, and it was good. What I tend to try to do as far as my YouTube channel is concerned, right, is that whenever I publish videos, whenever I put forward videos or ask persons to do a topic, the topic is not necessary for now only, but yeah, dead friend, right? The topic is not only for now, right? The topic is for now going forward. So therefore, even the next 5 years, when you start to look at what did Raleigh did in about this fish tours our creator, you click on the series, you will see the series, and whatever is said about fish keeping at that point, um, whatever is said, it is applicable. For example, I think somebody did Miguel Eugenio or something like that. I feel like quitting. Why I shouldn't quit YouTube? Personality, Rob did personality. Passion for hunting. Hey guys, passion for hunting. He is a real motivator as far as garnering support for your channel. If you have not checked him out, you need to check him out. He's from France originally, right? Passion for right, Rocco. He's originally from France and he's now living in Canada. And he has a nice hunting channel where he actually hunts um different animals, and he actually shows you how he hunts, from the killing to the polishing of the whatever. And it might look gruesome to some persons, but it's really interesting when you really dig down deep in his content, right? Um, okay, so Italia. Passion for hunting. Italy and France, are they like right beside it? No, no. France is in Europe, and Italy is in. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, strange for a geography teacher. It's just that because I'm excited about this stream. It's like sometimes I wonder if I'm talking things that make sense. All right. Cairo. Yeah. All right. So um, coming down to 2000 in the middle, right? So February was a really I like was gathering my momentum. Right? Yeah, Italy is in Europe. Yes, boss. That's so. All right. Cairo. One of the Cairo isn't Cairo in Egypt? I thought that Cairo was in Egypt. All right. Anyway. Um. Oh yeah. I know you live in Canada, right. Passion. Yeah, right. Yes, man. England is in Europe, man. It's quite a little bit piece. It is attached by a little thing. Yeah. It's not like Manhattan Island that is out there and New York surrounding it. It's a part of Europe, man. Just by fish. I know that but you're trying to like separate England from it. No, man. England. When I was in high school, and I'm kind of straying a little bit, but be with me. I'm excited about my live stream, my audience, and whatever they wish to bring out in it. All right. So when I was in high school, we learned in history that there were three main countries in the world, and those three countries were, I think it was Portugal, Spain, and Portugal, Spain, and I don't remember the other one, right? But yeah, but they were like three main countries in the world, and it's like life surrounded right there. All right, not going too much in there because I don't remember much, right? So what I don't remember, I leave it alone. Ah, it's not a part of Brexit. No man, not because it is not a part of the European Union. That doesn't mean that it is not a part of Europe. Did you know that Mexico? I know where you're getting at. Did you know that Mexico was no Texas? Texas, I think it's Texas, right? Texas was if I'm wrong, I apologize, but I think there's a state. I think it's Texas was a part of Mexico, was owned by Mexico, and the United States of America actually purchased Texas. Texas. and make a part of its thing. I don't remember how that part go, right? But it is still in North America. So although it is no longer considered owned by Mexico, it is still in North America. So it is a North American space, right? Same too with England. Although England is wanting to leave the I love to go back to Mexico. Well, there are aspects of Mexico that persons are excited about, Rocco. But there are aspects in this persons like nah. Right? The thing about going to another country is that, well, for me, you speak French, and I guess speaking French, Rocco, hold on there. Texas and California were both a part of Mexico. Texas got bought and California voted themselves out of Mexico into yes. I knew that there was something about that. I read it somewhere. Um yes, Jack then yes, dead friend. I tell you a joke, that dead friend. So you wrote something and I was trying to find your channel very quickly because I don't know what happened, but I couldn't find it in the section there on the YouTube. So I was like trying to find Dead Fred using YouTube, search. I'm coming back to my story in which I was talking to about, right? Okay, just my fish. Cool. Alright. So Dead Fred, I was there searching for roughly 15 minutes trying to find your channel, right? I type in Dead Friend and I saw probably about 20 or 30 different channels with Dead Friend. And then one man said to me, all right then, go back to all the comments I've actually, spoke to you. Hold on there. Coming back to you, Passion. You don't speak French. I'm coming back to Dead Friend. So I searched and I realized that number. There's a number at the end, right? 821. And as a result of that, I was able to find it, and then I was able to, like answer some of your stuff in which we were, well, not really answer, because most of the time when you make a comment on my channel, it is stuff that I support, not most, practically all. The stuff that I support, so I usually like add on a little bit and say, yeah, thumbs up, right? Because practically your reason is like similar to mine, right? Now man, dead friend. You have England, you have Ireland, and you have is there about 3 countries that makes up the United Kingdom? Hmm. Well, I'm not sure. I'm on Andy G. Nice seeing you. All right. So that's how I ended up finding you about Dead Fred. Coming back to Passion. Uh okay. No problem. Passion for hunting. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. My very first live stream in 12 months, and you supported me. Thank you very much. All right. So we're talking about 2020 in review. All right, as a fish keeper. All right. So 2020 came, and in February I discovered that the Oscars are fine. I'm not gonna give away what I had in my other videos. Well, for those persons who know me already, I do videos in advance. That means my videos, for example, we are in January now. I think I have videos all the way up until May 22nd. Yeah, I have videos all the way to May 22nd. And part of that is that what I try to do, sometimes I have my off time, and sometimes I have my my time in which my time in which I make a lot of videos. So one day I might end up make 6, 7 videos. Another day I might end up just make none. For weeks I might not make any videos. So most of my videos that you're seeing, for example, a video that I made as far back as May was released, I think Thursday, and I try not to date my videos. Joe, coming back to you, my brother. All right, I try not to date my videos because you will practically discover that I made my videos months before it was actually published. For those persons in whom I've done collabs with, um, Joe, Joe, Sean Clark, we tend to wash hand. We tend to wash hand. Joe. Big thank nice seeing you. All right, and where was I? We were talking about my videos, right? So what I try to do so as not to run out of content, not to run out of video, I will like follow, for example, yes, Scotland, Ireland, and England, and they three different countries all rule with the underneath the umbrella of UK with one prime minister, but they have different like the whole America would have governments, governors, and city council. They have the independent something like that, right? Yeah, right. Um, so coming back to my videos, what I try to do, I try to make my videos so that when because I'm human, I probably person might think differently, right? Um, I'm human, so sometimes I'm really messed up as far as how things are going for me. For example, I have not shared these intimate moments with me with regards to my keeping experience. For example, I got up one morning. Remember, I shared with you sometime in 2019. At 2019, I think it's 2018 that I lost 23 of my Jack Dempsey's, right? So I ended up with about I had 45 in one container and 45 in another container, right? Okay, so so I lost 23 and the other 22 was doing okay, plus the fries, which is probably about 40, right? So I was going on good. And I never shared this before on none of my videos because I'm just totally messed up regarding that, right? And I know that the shows will have a play date with it. Anyway, I feel as if I should share it now. So about a year, practically a year after I just got up one morning and look in my pan and hey, what going boss? Aquaform. Yeah, I trying out this live stream thing. I know I need some lighting and I need probably a better camera, but I'm using my laptop and I'm just trying to work it out to see how best guys, myself and Fong should be doing a live stream together. You can check it out for that. So we kind of try to fix it up, right? Okay. So what happened? What happened is that after losing the 23, I got up one morning. Honestly, I fed them the night before, went to work the day, and I came home the next day and I saw actually 23 of my Jack Dempsey's and they were like the size of like my hand, between average of 4 to 6 inches in length, just floating in my pan. Right? I jump into action. I took out the live ones. I threw away the dead ones. I did some emergency water change, 100%, and I it hurt. I never did that video about losing my fish until probably about roughly about 4 or 5 months after because it was really messing me up, right? Because for those persons who have been following me from day one, 2017, you know that my Jack Dempsey is like my flagship for my YouTube channel. Okay, so about fast forward to about a year after that, a year after I lost those 23 huge Jack Dempsey. Yes, guys, The other 22, I actually saw them dead again. Exactly the same year, exactly the same way. So I've actually lost roughly 45 Jack Dempsey. Um, I lost practically 45 Jack Dempsey uh, during between 2019 and 2020, right? And it hurt, but I don't share these things with you because sometimes you're in the moment and you just feel as if you want to just forget about everything. You want to just you want to fast forward into the future because these moments just get you down. I'm here. I'm just reflecting, right? So I lost 45. So I still have about a 40 left, and I'm trying to take care of these. I don't know the reason why, but they have not bred as yet for a long while. I mean, like for about 9 months, I haven't seen any flies, right? So I'm just learning about this streaming thing from. So you have to see with me. I'm kind of slow with this streaming thing. From I'm sharing guys that yeah man, I have yes Joe, I still have I think it's 40 Jack Dempsey's left. Right? So for a moment, for those persons who have been observant with my channel, for about 3 weeks, I was out. I only used my phone and actually use my phone and just actually answer the comments and that was it because I was like feeling as if I was gonna wrap up the tower. I was just gonna get the garbage truck to take up all the pans and throw them out and sell the tanks or give them away or something like that. That's how I felt, right? And because I know that these are some moments that humans actually go through, what I try my very best to do is to do videos in advance. So right now I have probably about 98 videos, right, waiting to be released in the future, right? And these 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 videos actually in a way it kind of helped me because sometimes I actually sit down and watch the video and I said to myself, wow, I was really going through some moments there. When you look at me, you could see the stress because they're just moments, right? So as I go along 2020, I felt good. I feel really, really good. And then COVID hit. COVID hit. Hey Joe, you know, so you must behave yourself. You must behave yourself, you know. You must behave yourself. I'm gonna send it in the naughty corner, right? And tell you to put back in the days when I was in primary school. What they normally do in the naughty corner, you would set up in the naughty corner. I don't know if they usually do this spread. They would tell you to hold one ears and one foot in the naughty corner. And if you dare drop either your hand or your foot, you know so you're gonna get some slapping. Alright. No. I don't have so much. I have probably about 40 left right now. Right? I would have probably about 100 or more if the adults never died on me. I don't know. Up to now, I don't know the reason why. I don't know if something fell in the water and they ate it. But at the same time, all of them will be dead because what happened is that 45 was in the pond, and about 23 died. Right, 23 died, and I still had the 22 up to about 4 or 5 months ago when those 22 actually died. I woke up another morning and all 22 Jack Dempseys. I mean, like 6-7 inches, right? Huge Jack Dempsey, colorful, pretty fish, right? So they actually just died. So I have some 2 inch, 3 inch Jack Dempseys. They are coming along. I'm really anxious to see some fries come out. Hopefully I can get some in the start of this year, right? Boss. Well, cool, cool. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. Northern Ireland is not a country. Ah, oh, oh gosh. You guys talking about Europe and England and UK reminds me of in Jamaica in September there was like national elections, right? I know some persons don't talk about religion and politics, but it's just fun. Let's listen in and look at the discussion. It's just really interesting. So during the moment of the campaign and during the election in Jamaica, that is not in America, right? We have people saying that that political party is not a party and that political party is not a party. It was really funny. All right. Um. So you know, one of the most awesome thing about the fish keeping family is that regardless of how persons might feel antagonistic about each other, when push comes to shove, there is some amount of love amongst us all. Regardless of how persons may feel as if they are going to be a troll to someone else's channel or don't pay somebody for what they have said or what they have done, but there's this stillness of love amongst everyone, and that is what I think have been pushing me along in fish keeping land for a while. To tell you the truth, so many times I look at some channels, I follow the discussion, and when I follow the discussion, and I follow the comments that they are making, and I look at and I follow the comments that they are making, and I look at hey Funk and Joe, stop it, because I'm gonna put you in the naughty corner. Alright, when I look at some of the conversation that they have on the channel, the comments that they make on other patients' channel, I'm just not digging them. But I'm not one to say that I am going to um hate anybody. Whilst I might not support somebody for their rudeness to other persons, but I just speak it as how it is, right? I speak it as how it is, and yeah, hate me, you hate me, you love me, and that's part of life. Now, when I started in 2018 to be pregnant, to be really forthright, yes, not the corner, dead, not the corner, right? When I really started to hit out against certain channels back in 2018 and 2019, right? You had some persons who actually unsubscribed from me immediately. Immediately, they say that we are not friends. Immediately, they did things so as to put me in a bad light, right? I took that as a part of a learning experience. However, not because they actually disagree with me, right? Hey, I'm gonna put you two guys in the naughty corner. All right, not because they disagree with me. That doesn't mean that I am gonna actually clam my mouth shut and not say anything. I still say what I need to say because respectfully I've done it, right? And persons try to chastise me, right? Right? However, it's a part of life. Yes, just my fish. It's not religion or politics. It's true. It's original map, right? So in going through 2020, if you look back at my videos, my shares, on my playlist, you realize that most of my videos were surrounding persons sharing their pieces on different topics, right? From from you got a list. I got more than a list. I got a book, right? Of persons who don't like me, right? Some don't like me because I speak out against foolishness. I speak out against the whole idea of persons like classing persons based on no it's no just my fault. It's not your fault. I have a book, and some of you watching now who will watch later, right? We realize that some persons don't come on my channel anymore. Some persons do come on my channel, but they come so as to click the dislike button, right? But it's neither here nor there for me, because the fact that you're coming in, you're actually adding to the amount of views. And whether it is 5 seconds, 10 seconds, or 15 seconds, you're actually adding uh, to my time. So it's neither here nor there for me. All right. Are you going on my from to tell you the truth? I have no list of individuals in whom I hate or I dislike. Before I hit the dislike button on anybody's channel, I prefer just watch and leave. Right? If I like your videos, I will say I like it, I comment, and that's it. Right? Yeah, that's true. That's true, Fred, because listen, um 2018 was a really hard year for me. And it's just because of my Christian background and ideas, dead Fred. I'm just gonna call you Fred, right? Because I'm not too like the dead Fred. So I'm not gonna call you uh Joe. You're giving me problems, you know. All right. Um. So Fred, here now. I have a particular truth. Anytime I release a video, anytime after between 6 and 8, I will show within 10 seconds that person will come out and hit the down like button. And if other persons that are liking my videos or like my videos, all of a sudden you will see like 5 dislikes, right? So in my I think I know who that is from. I think I know who that is. I'm a Christian. I believe in faith. I believe in God, and God say must hate, right? But at the same time, him say must stay as far as possible from evil. I'm gonna realize that some persons in this true land are evil. And I say evil, I mean really evil. Now this is how they are evil. They go on my videos and they report my video, and there's nothing in my video to be reported. Right now, rounded up for the sanity of those persons that are watching or who will be watching. I will not say who it is, rounded Rob. But one thing I will say, and it is not Joe Munoz. Joe Munoz and Aquafunk are like best of friends. Good, awesome guys, right? So you don't really watch what they are mouthing off to each other. They are really awesome guys, and they are really cool guys. I would love to see them do a live stream together. Now that would be fun, right? But coming back to my thing now, what I'm saying, right? Um, so if I put out a video, let's say at one point in time I was testing, and this is one thing that you should do if you do have a YouTube channel, Mr. Fred, right? Uh, 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 Remember, just my friend, if my memory is history, right? I think the French wasn't the French in America, United States of America, before the British, and wasn't it the British who actually defeated the French, and then now the Persians came from Europe and they actually fought for independence from the British. Wasn't it something like that? I'm not really sure. But you can enlighten me. I know that Mr. Fred probably he will type a big epistle in a few minutes with regards to this issue. Coming back to the troll issue, right? Yeah, for real. So really, so Fong, that's the very exact thing I'm saying, right? So Fong, listen up. My troll, when I did my research, I don't know if the troll have a mechanism to change where he or she is. But my troll, when I pinpointed where this is actually coming from, it points to India, right? So when I checked out the time frame in which I released my video, I realized that that person that is always within 10 seconds span, and sometimes it's less than 10 seconds, right? They have 3, 4 accounts, and 3, 4 times they will give me a thumbs down. So sometimes I end up with more thumbs down than thumbs up within the first 10 minutes of my videos. Uh Rounded Rob, I would love to see that. I would call it Rounded Rob. I would call it the mouth off challenge. So here you have in this corner, all the way from Florida, is Aquafunk. You see Aquafunk have on his gloves. And in this corner, all the way from where from again? Um 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 and Joe, is it from Puerto Rico? Alright, let's say Puerto Rico. It's Joe Munoz. And that would be awesome. I told him, Mr. Fred would be okay. Always fighting none. Some people just yeah. That's true. I thought they were coming up with the history part with regards to how America gained independence and from who. Yes, yeah, that's true. That's true. One sec. I'm not sure. I want to go on Samuel thing, you see it. I want to go on my tablet, you see it also. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember. It's news time now in Jamaica, and I'm a TV. I would normally like use my laptop to stream the news and watch and all that. So my daughter is like asking me the email address which I use. I have so many emails, and practically I forgot which one I'm actually using. Alright, Joyce from today. Yeah, so in both corners you will have both of them, and instead of throwing blows, they will throwing spot at each other, keeping it clean, no curse words, and they will throwing spot at each other, having time frame. And I would want Fred to be the referee, because guys, if you have not met Dead Fred 821, right? He is something else. I mean, all right. So that friend will be like, be present on his plan. He actually calls his plans a name, right? And he is there, and he speak. And for 5, 10 minutes, he doesn't blink, right? And he'll be like, he's speaking. And when he speak, it's as if you want to get scared because he has this black background. And when he speaks, it's like you're in awe. Yeah, for real. And now he's telling you the story, right? He has a pothos plant, and the pothos plant is in an aquarium, right? Dead friend, right? And it follows all the way in the room, and he be like showing you from the start of the plant to the end. And although within the conceptual mind, you might say this is boring, but the way that he's telling you the story, right? you're sitting there and say, hey, this guy is like different, right? That is dead friend 821. If I'm not check him out, guys. He's cool. He's cool. Um, yeah, that's true. That's true. Just my fish. England practically ruled the entire world at one point in history, right? But please be reminded, also just my fish, that England, yeah, dead friend. Yes, from thank you. Dead friend is an awesome guy. But please be reminded that England got some whoop, you know what I mean, right? In the last hour, as individuals actually fought for their independence from that same country, right? But Joe, who tells you I win Uncle from? You can't win Uncle from. Well, I'm not showing favoritism, but you can't win Uncle from because dead friend is going to ensure that you don't hit below the belt, right? And when dead friend gives you that look, right, you're going to be like, boop, boop, boop. And from could be like, huh, huh, huh. And you'll be like, because you'll be fearful of dead friend, right? And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Um, England got some whoop also, right? Because at one point in time, oh, this is it. You know, I'm all over the place. I know I'm talking about 2020. I'm all over the place, but you have to bear with me. I'm excited. It's my first stream in 12 months, and I just want to talk about everything. All right, so in 1490 something, Columbus went to Isabella and Ferdinand and tell them, a matter of fact, he went to the king and queen of Portugal first, and they turned him down, right? but that's very true. So Columbus actually went to Portugal, the monarch there, and they turned him down. He went to Isabella and Ferdinand, and they discussed it and all that. And they said, okay, you can go. And they gave him the Santa Maria, the Pinta, and I remember the other one, right? And instead of giving him real sailors, they gave him prisoners. And he went, he saw, he conquered, right? And he expanded the British monarch colonial powers for a long period of time. And I think um, America was already discovered by a European, but it wasn't British, right? I don't remember the name of the guy, but he sailed a ship to North America where we encountered the Indians. And guys, I'm a geography, sociology, I'm mostly sociology these days. So the history and the geography, I teach geography, yeah. Shame on me, right? I teach geography, but sociology is like my pet peeve right now. All right. And ah, but rounded Rob, I thought that you were mutual in this contest between Funk and Joe Munoz. I never knew that you would actually, give Joe ammunition against Funk, my good friend. All right. Yeah. So the Moors actually, the Moors and the dead friend, the Moors and the monarchs, or should I say, the Moors and the Christians were at war at that point in time. They were at what they had what you call holy war, right? Where in which they call jihad, right? So the Christians were fighting the Muslims, and the Muslims were practically winning. So Isabella and Ferdinand decided to send Christopher Columbus to discover new territory and to Christianize the heathens, right? Um, yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Like I told that man for K21, like he was like, as he said before in earlier the stream, he said that he was a history buff, Yeah, man. History. I did that when I was in high school. I wanted to teach that when I went to teachers college, but because the amount of persons that were actually um enrolled to do history and social studies slash sociology was so much, they asked me to just do social studies, sociology, and geography. So as a result, I concentrated in that area. Um, let's continue. Don't worry. I'm gonna be making my live stream somewhat thing on Saturday night. So I'm gonna be giving more persons rings. Honestly, from so I don't remember how to give rings from way back 2018, 2017. You got that range, brother, and you have been working it. And 2020 you never work it on a all. 2019 half. Um, Honestly, I don't remember how to put in the range, but I'm gonna be looking at that. Hey, this is fun. So every Saturday night, I'm going to be here. I'm not sure about the time, but Saturday night I'm going to be here for at least January, February. I don't know what hash brings us yet, so I'm going to be working it that way. All right. So I'm going to be spending about the next 10 minutes with you, and then I'll be off. I can't watch news again. News is from 7 to 8. That time has passed, so I probably am going to have to watch it on YouTube to see what happened in my little island, Jamaica. All right, so oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Just my fish. Yeah, Saturday night party. I probably Funk can share with me some little things in it. It's a long time in the stream. Trust me, it's a long. The last time I tried to do a stream, I ended up with a black page. I got about 80 odd persons viewing, but it was a black page. You could hear me. Funk, you remember? You could hear me, but you couldn't see me because I never got used to the yeah. Right. So yes, rounded rap. So rounded rap. Coming down to March. I'm talking about year 2020. Probably I might have to continue that next week. Coming down to March 13th to be exact. Jamaica recorded its first case of COVID-19 at the university hospital, and as a result of that, they decided to they decided to they decided to close all schools, and we started to try to do schooling online. And we were not really prepared for what was about to hit next. We tried to do our classes using WhatsApp, yeah, because we weren't familiar with the Zoom platform. We weren't familiar with the with the different platform that exists like Google Classroom. I use my other channel in which I normally use for email purpose. I use that too, and for those persons who are familiar with it, Rally World. I use that email address for like to communicate with my friends, get videos when I do collabs and all that. Because y'all know, you should know as YouTubers, you should never ever use your main email address as your contact address for for example, let's say that I have a channel, Fish Keeping Jamaica, right? I should not have Fish Keeping Jamaica email the main as the main email for my YouTube channel, right? It's yeah. You know that, right? You know that, right? That's true rounded up, right? Yeah, oh, serious, right? So you're not supposed to use your main email address as your contact email address on YouTube. That way you can be hacked very easily. So you normally have an email address you need to use for communicating with your friends, an email address you need to have as your main, and an email address as your I call it a testing email address, right? So yeah, man. So uh, yeah, yeah. So it was really you see I'm all over the place, but seriously me. Um, all right, I'm going back to this. So in March 13 to be exact, school was shut down. I started to use WhatsApp. I used my other email and my other YouTube thing as as a teaching tool. So if you go on Rally's World YouTube channel, it's a YouTube channel, Rally's World, you'll see me post several videos, several presentations, and those presentations is primary notes, classwork in which I've actually put together present in a presentation form, which I direct my students to. Um, so it had me yeah, it was a really cool system, right? Some students had access to internet. Well, even now, some students have access to internet, right? And some persons don't, right? It's really difficult for some persons. Now, yeah. Just my fish aquaform is like the pepper in the pepper pot soup that the tainers usually cook. Without that pepper in the pepper pot soup, the soup would be like tasteless, right? And dead Fred 821 is like that taino or amarindos or whatever you call him, which actually stirring the pepper pot soup, right? And he's actually trying to give it a real flavor with his touch of. So this is dead Fred 821, and that's a him, right? So so it gave me COVID COVID 19. To tell you the truth, COVID 19 Corona virus 2020 gave me the opportunity to spend more time with my fish, right? See, I have actually purchased a rack. I've actually installed some aquariums, but these aquariums are not for show as yet. These aquariums, I'm trying to breed some fish, and as soon as I start to reach some success, I show you my steps and I show you the results, right? That friend is an awesome guy, right? You can't help to just watch his channel and to subscribe, support him. Please, Aquaform, please put that friend 821 link in the chat. So those persons who are not yet subscribed to him will actually subscribe to him and check him out for the awesome individual and supporter he is to the fish keeping hobby, right? So as I was sharing before, right? Um, the COVID-19 actually gave me the opportunity to spend more time with my fish, right? I I I felt a little bit more connection. I did several projects. For example, you saw where in it I actually got my Oscar fish to actually breed, right? I got several other fish in which I had to actually breed. And this is something that I was looking forward to do, but because of my time constraint, it was proven really difficult for me to do. Should COVID-19 actually never existed, right? Um, COVID-19 came and it gave me 6 months hiatus out of the classroom, right? But at the same time, regardless of it, it might seem to be creating a disconnect within society, between the workplace, between school, between socialization. A lot of persons can't be going clubbing, parties, even church have gotten hit by this COVID-19. you find that it actually aided my family to become closer knitted with me as far as um from just my fish, as you don't really watch much of his videos, you know, see evidence that you watching him video, he must support Joe Munoz. Uh, so Joe Munoz practically buy out the whole thing by actually viewing a lot of persons video. Alright, I'm gonna be spending 10 more minutes with you and then I'll be leaving and I'll be just meditating as to how I can actually make this Saturday night really interested going forward next week. So hold on. Oh, my dead friend. I call it. I like the dead thing, you know. Alright, Fred. So I lost 23 that them say at the onset. I had them, a matter of fact, I started out doing fish keeping with 45 Jack Dempseys, right? And 3 goldfish and 4 cars. I started my channel with those fish, right? And those Jack Dempseys, they were with me from as far back as 2016, right? And in 2018, I discovered 23 of them dead after coming home tired one evening from work. In the dark, I spotted 23 fish floating on the top. About 4 or 5 months ago, I spotted again, right? Another 22 fish actually floating in my pond, right? So presently I have about 40. Oh God, have mercy upon your soul, guys. Have mercy on your soul. So presently I have friend, I have 40 Jack Dempsey in my stock. I have removed a male and a female. I have them in an aquarium and I have them in an aquarium trying to get them to breathe. I know that they can start with as small as 2.5 to 3 inches. So I'm trying that project and get them to breathe. But I'm wondering within myself, I put them in a small I have them in is about probably about roughly about 30 gallons. So I'm just thinking about these guys are throwing spat at each other. Um so I am so I'm just I have about probably about 36, 37 in a pond by themselves and another two, about roughly about 40. I separate them and try to breed them. I bred in 20. I bred about my convict cichlids that they are ever breeding. I bred my chromite cichlids. I bred my Oscar cichlids. I have not seen any. Hi sunfish, nice seeing you. Nice seeing you, brother. Um, Thank you for joining my stream. I'm on the wrap up now, but it's gonna be a normal feature, Saturday night live. I'm not gonna tell you 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, or 9 o'clock, but you can just look for me Saturday night, um, and I'll be here. I'm wondering whether or not I should just continue speaking for a bit, but you know, it's awesome actually breeding all these fish. As I was saying, 2020 have actually resulted in me connecting more with my family and with my fish. Um, I have learned a lot by just no, 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 no. Ah, ah, guys, both of you are my besties. So I will not be drawn in the spot between both of you, right? Regardless of one is actually just doing a little job and one is actually doing the uppercut, I will not be drawn in the spot between both of you, right? Okay, so I've actually concocted in my head several projects in which I need to do. One of which is a project that involved me actually going live with Aquaform earlier on in the year. Well, hopefully it will be January, February. I will be on live on Funk's channel. I will be just talking fish. And that, yeah, I don't know. I don't know that, friend. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened because the small Jack Dempsey's are kept separately from the large Jack Dempsey. And whenever they see us if they are getting aggressive, I normally remove them to a different pond. I have 28 systems. I have 6 aquariums inside and 22 ponds outside. 22 or 24, I'm not sure, right? But overall, that was roughly about 30, 32 systems. Oh yeah, I might have more than 30 because I have some breeder systems outside that I don't really show. Uh, uh, okay, that's awesome, Sunfish. You should share all that, share the getting rid of process. You know how you getting rid of them. You know the different steps, the little steps that you make so as to actually get that big thing. I was thinking myself, Sunfish. Hey, rounded Rob, let's stay mutual. They are our besties. Let's stay mutual. Uh, yeah, this is cool. This is really fun. It is really fun, guys. This is really fun. All right. So here's the thing. Here's the thing. So it's really heartwarming to see my friends actually sharing me live. My first live in 12 months. My first real since I've visited the States in 2018. I haven't really done any live to show you how long I've actually been away from the live scene. Because I was just thinking, just doing videos, because in doing videos, you actually, you know, this side of me, what you actually see now, you wouldn't really see it in just doing my video. My video will be straight, I'll be talking, and when the video finish, I edit, and that's it. But with this now, you actually see me, you see, me just being frank, and it just helps me to empty myself as a fish keeper to say, hey, listen, I'm human, I'm human, right? And sometimes things happen. And coming down the year, I've done a few collabs. I've done a few shares with individuals on this channel. And I know that during 2021, I will be called upon. Oh, hey, hey, can I get some water? Oh gosh, you guys are so silly, I know in 2021 you'll be seeing me on some person's channel doing some shares with them, whether it be live stream or whether it be share my input, my insight on some topics that they have wanted to actually share and actually get some viewpoint. I must, although he's not here, I must, if I'm not, although he's not here, I'll give a shout out to Biniga. Biniga. Um, one of the most underrated, how should I say, persons don't really think much of his channel, but I must, I must, I must put up my hands and say, this guy, Biniga, is an awesome guy. You know, I've known Briniga for a very long time. And if I say to Briniga, just as how if I say to Funk and Rob, right? Two of my besties, my very, very closest besties, in Fuse Tubing land, right? If I say, can you help me with a share on such and such and such? Briniga is going to be one of those guys that are going to say, when you want it, right? And over 2020, Briniga have actually um, helped me along the way in several topics, right? And I know that others have actually done the same, but I had to point out Briniga because a lot of persons are now actually recognizing Brinigas for his talent and his actual you, that's my fish. Is that for me or is that for Joe Munoz? For Joe Munoz, don't it? He's just talking, right? Um, Vinegar is a guy. He is just, he's just really awesome, right? And little local for fish. Um, he's just so special. He's a friend of mine that I consider him my brother, right? I did a video share with you uh some tokens in which uh he he sent me, and for those persons who have not yet watched that share, um you should check that out, right? I have another in which I will share in a bit. I was planning to release a video tonight, but since I did this stream, I'm not going to be crowding anybody's mind with any other share. As I said before, I have share all the way to me. So what I do, I just push down my timetable a little bit. So you get you have no videos tomorrow, and probably Monday you might get one. So I'm trying to timetable so as to get persons to digest my shares. I help them to, recalibrate so that when they actually see my share on Monday, they will say, yeah, yeah, this is something, very interesting, and they will continue to watch. I think personally, um, having scheduled shares, it has its disadvantages and it has its advantages. And one of its advantages is that sometimes um, too many shares are published and at one go, and sometimes these too many shares, these list of shares are published by accident. Now sometimes you might be watching videos, like for example, you might see a video share for those persons who have the notification. You might see a notification that Fish Keeping Jamaica have just released a video, and in halfway through that, probably the next, probably yeah, in halfway through that, probably a half an hour, 1 hour after that, you might see another share. That's not intentional. That's usually an accident because my shares are normally like 24 hours apart if they're supposed to be like one after the other, right? So I'm ending my stream now, but I'm really feeling elated that my friends have actually joined. Sunfish, Just My Fish, Joe Munoz, Dead Bread, Aquafunk, Little Loco for Fish was here earlier on, and there's this two other individuals who were here. And I know that person might probably be dropping in. Um, and I know that but it's an awesome feeling being here. and I appreciate you supporting my channel. Thank you very much. Join me next week Saturday night. There's no specific time, but it's Saturday night. I spent 1 hour and 20 minutes just rambling on, and I'm still not yet looked at the entire 2020. I've shared up to probably about March. So next week Saturday night, we talk about April, May, June. What that had for me. Um, so we're on the rounded round. Um, what you want to say? My talk was boring, and Joe and Fong spat between each other was a more fun to listen than mine. No problem, no problem, no problem. Alright, guys, I'm going to be going to my YouTube channel and I'm going to be checking out again how you do the assigning moderators. So you might see moderator, you might see the wrench beside the name next week Saturday night. But next week Saturday night, me here, right here. Hopefully, in the future, I'm not guaranteed for next week. The place should be a little bit more lit with more lights. As someone says that I pay my light bill. No, not really. It's just that the room in which I'm at, the light, the fandangles around the light, the little lamp thingy, they put the light inside, so therefore it's kind of giving a little, a little boom. All right. So next week, guys, thank you for joining me. Funk, Rob, Dead Fred, Just My Fish, Joe. Miss anybody? Stay funky, stay safe, Jamaican style. Later, people. Peace out. Cool.